New to the sahm life. I moved out of parents' house at 20, went to college, very independent for years. Met a guy, moved him into my apartment. He proposed in 2008, we didn't marry cause he wouldn't let me keep maiden name but stayed together anyway. Next thing I know, we've been together for 20 years and have kids. Once COVID hit, I became a sahm. TBH I don't like it but who else will do it? I live off of his money now and I hate it. He uses it to his advantage also. Told me he wouldn't give me any more after we agreed to me quitting my job. I'm so over it and want back into workforce. But, I have to worry about sports and time. I need to get which kid to which place. Why can't he worry about kids getting to, off bus, homework, dinner, etc. I hate being a woman. And I don't know what to do anymore. Don't hate being a woman. Hate being married to a man who has abandoned all his parenting duties. Deadbeat dad rings a bell. We didn't marry cause he wouldn't let me keep maiden name. This was the first warning sign that he was going to want you to be the housekeeper. Can't you talk to him? Say you want to contribute financially too and that he needs to split the childcare duties? In the UK that is classed as financial abuse. Which I understand he can be jailed for. You need to have a conversation with him and make him aware that he is being abusive. Then could you start back to work part-time? Then build it back up from there. GF is angry I went to a strip club before I met her. Hi guys. So before I met my girlfriend I was on a stag party in Prague and we went to a strip club. Got a dance and all that jazz like people do on a bachelor party. I told my girlfriend this when we met and she said she was fine with it. Now she's throwing it in my face saying that it's basically like I was cheating on her? Just wondering some other people's opinions? This is a great example of retroactive jealousy. Gives you an idea of how her mind works and I would definitely consider her jealousy as topic of conversation with her. So, you went to a strip club before you even met her, and have not gone to one since meeting her, and she's jealous about that and, somehow, thinks that counts as cheating on her? Sorry dude, I'd be bouncing right there. This is just going to be a relationship of constant accusations and mistrust, it's not worth it. You can't cheat on someone you don't even know exists. Run as fast as you can from this one. What's next? She's gonna be jealous of your previous partners? This woman is psycho. Dude, run. That's insane. That's ridiculous. You hadn't even met her yet. She's being unreasonable and toxic. My boyfriend just told me he saw a hot girl and didn't talk to her or anything. So, this is my first time encountering something like this, so I am a little bit inexperienced facing this kind of situation. So today my boyfriend, 34, after being in gym last night he suddenly told me, 28, that when he was at the gym and he saw this hot girl trying to work out next to him and he didn't talk to her or anything. All he could think about is how she's not me and how much he loves me. I was a little bit taken aback by it and so I replied, I think I missed the memo. Was I supposed to applaud you for not making a move on a girl you find attractive while being in a relationship? What's the best way to respond when your boyfriend tells you this? I'm honestly not sure whether I handled that correctly and if I acted too emotional or insecure. What would have been the best response to that? Maybe next time I can be more mentally prepared. Why is everyone rooting for this man? He is either stupid or hella rude. Lol, I remember when my ex told me about how he got shit-faced and a girl was hitting on him and he didn't do anything with her and told her he had a girlfriend. Turned out that was the one time he said no. Plenty of other girls would hit on him at bars and he'd just go to bed with them. It was him telling me how proud he was of himself for not cheating that really slammed the point home to me that he wanted a gold star this time because he didn't deserve them most of the time. I mean, I hope that's not the case for you. That relationship of mine lasted a year max, and this was happening for months 9-12. To me it seems odd in my opinion. This is simply based off my experience, but I know some people tend to say that and they end up doing it anyway or they aren't being truthful with their feelings. It feels ingenious to me? Hopefully, he is just having an eureka moment. Why is he nicer when we agree to separate? The title sums it up pretty much. My husband of 13 years and I have had a tough year. Our entire marriage was kind of leading up to this point. We have had 2 separation attempts this year and now we are in our 3, and from my side, the final one. But I have a serious question. Why is he much nicer and calmer when we are in separating? There is this stage between agreeing to separate and finding a place to live for him until the actual physical separation, and during that stage, he is very nice and calm and kind. If he were like that during our marriage we would have never come to this point. Is it love bombing? It doesn't seem like it is to me. Is he trying to keep a friendship? We had already agreed on that, especially since we have kids and will forever be a family, just a different kind of family. I am so confused. Anyone have ideas to what this is? Edit. Thank you all for the comments. Many of you say he is happy with the separation. I sure hope he will be happy. I just wanted to add a bit of a backstory to our relationship. He was never a good husband or father. Most of his problems in our marriage are how to raise the children and the housework. When him and I are out alone we have a lot of fun, but when we are out as a family it is hell. He gets angry and irritated and ruins it for everyone. I have done 99% of the childcare while working full-time. About the last 2 separation attempts, in the first one I tried to find an answer to our problems. I suggested couples counseling, trial separation, and together but living apart. He rejected them all, saying it's all or nothing, saying that he is a family-oriented guy. I don't see it. The second time he asked to talk to me and said he wants to move out after a fight. After agreeing on all the details we went to bed and he looked at me and said he wants to hug me. He raises the children in a traditional way, demanding respect. He is younger than me, so not a boomer. I believe respect is two-way. I guess it is easier to see things as black and white when it is much more complex. I seem to have my answer. I just wonder why he can't be nice before separation if he is capable of it. Maybe he is relieved, and I would understand it because I feel it too. The use of the word love bombing has me a little confused, because you described him as calmer and nicer, not as more affectionate, so I DK where love bombing came from. You may not be ready to hear this, but he is nicer because the marriage was the source of anxiety and irritability for him. He's not anxious and irritable now that he's leaving it. Sorry. Have you ever had a meeting or an appointment, or were in an unfavorable situation that you just wanted to get out of? And when you did, you felt much calmer and at peace. That's what I gathered about him from your post. This is not to insinuate that there's something wrong with you or the marriage. But I get a feeling you think he's specifically being nicer to you. I don't think you're perceiving that correctly.